Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Hemant Joshi, the Pune Isaca chapter president. I'm the TMT lead for Deloitte in India. Once again, a very warm welcome to ladies and gentlemen for the two-day conference on redefining governance in the interconnected world. But being a risk professional, I think I'm going to manage my risks. I'm going to manage my risks by invoking Lord Ganesha so that we don't have any problems. So may we have Lord Ganesha bless us. So Lord Ganesha having blessed us, now may I request all of us to stand up for the national anthem, please. I think we can just say Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindhu Gujarat Maratha Dravida Uttal Ganga Himachal Yamuna Ganga Uttal Dravita Ranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashish Mage Trave Jab Jaya Jata Janagana Mangala Jayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He. Thank you. As is our tradition, we will start the function with the lighting of the lamp. The lamp signifies removal of darkness and harbinging of knowledge. So can we have Dr. Anand Deshpande and the board members come for the lamp lighting ceremony, please. See if we can invoke some heavenly forces. And I'm going to request Vishnu to send his Garuda on Garuda Chitragupt. so that he can witness all that is happening here. And let's welcome Garuda coming here. Thank you, Garuda. Thank you, Vishnu, for sending Chitragupta and Garuda. You may go back to your heavenly abode. Program. I think there are two things we must recognize and appreciate. First is, I think we must pay our tributes to Aryabhatta, the person who invented zero. And I think zero, because of zero, all the modern digital world and all the progress that has been made in the field of communications, etc., has been possible. So I think we must acknowledge the contribution of Aryabhatta and pay respects to him. The other thing I think we should celebrate is it's a great achievement of Mangalayaan. And I think it's an amazing project, as the Prime Minister himself has mentioned, that it was made at a cost less than the cost of Hollywood, and the per kilometer rate is equivalent or less than that of a rickshaw. So I think these are small things, these are very big things. We tend to take all this for granted, but I think in forums like this, we must acknowledge and reinforce that we are a great scientific and technology country, not only today, but we had this in the past also. So let me now dive deep into the program. It's a 2-day program, and as you can see, I'm not going to repeat whatever is there on the screen, but basically, let me give you a 2 minutes overview. What was the philosophy and the logic when we decided to make this program? We were looking at this whole issue. This Isaca as a body is focused on IT auditing, IT risk, cyber security, IT governance, information systems management, and so on and so forth. And one of the things we found that the whole landscape is changing significantly. And if we have to understand the risks and the paradigms of controls and the other issues emerging, we need to understand the landscape. So we are, we are going to start the program with a very, very knowledgeable person who deals and dabbles in this on a day-to-day basis. Dr. Anand Deshpande is going to give his keynote speech. We'll come to that. And then we dive deep into a panel discussion on tech trends, IT trends. And we have a multidisciplinary team here. And hopefully somebody sitting in Bangkok with his family, hopefully he'll be able to join us on the Skype to give some perspectives of what is happening in the US and so on and so forth. After that, then we get into each of the SMAC and digital. So we look at the social, we look at mobility, analytics, cloud, digital. And each of this tech trend, there are 2 parts to the discussion. The first part is understanding the landscape of each technology or a trend. And the second part of that is a panel discussion looking at the governance, risk, compliance, and security issues of that trend. And that continues for the 5 trends. And then we come to a panel discussion, which is again a mixed bag of CFO, CIO, CTO, CISO, auditors, and so on and so forth, who will try and unravel what does this all mean from a governance perspective, and how does it impact the roles of each person who have a role to play in the governance field. We have also tried to bring in a legal dimension to these issues. So on most of the panels, we have representative from eminent legal firms, and they will give a point of view on what is the emerging landscape and so on and so forth, and what are the issues. We don't claim that we will be able to address and solve the problems, but I think we definitely would claim that we will trigger a serious thinking and a debate on how these issues need to be addressed and what could be the emerging frameworks and so on and so forth. So to kickstart the program, there is this whole issue of disruptions, and there are a number of studies which shows that disruption is a way of life and it's going to impact everybody. And I'm going to play a very, very short video which summarizes the nature of this issue. Anu? So technology is not cooperating today. If there is an issue, we can forget it, move on. I think we have some technology glitches. Because I thought this video, it's a short video, but I think it summarizes, the whole, it sets into context the whole challenge which we see in the emerging landscape based on the connected world.
Every so often, a social or
so we are technology. So this is a connected world. This will happen.
It used to happen occasionally.
But finally, it works.
Every so often, a social or economic upheaval would change the way people thought, connected, and did business. Then along came the internet, and bang, everything changed. Business feels different these days because technology has created a state of perpetual revolution. Digital disruption explodes the status quo, rewrites economics, scrambles supply chains, and blurs category boundaries. It also pushes a business into new dimensions while questioning its very survival. Every industry faces disruption, but not in the same way. As our Digital Disruption Index shows, change to your sector could be some way off, or it could be on a much shorter fuse. And the impact could be small, or a much bigger bang. Some businesses will emerge stronger, while others encounter heavier weather. The trick is in knowing how you'll be impacted and being thoughtful in your response. It starts with breaking down the problem. To be a digital survivor, there are 3 broad responses available to you. So, what are your options? Let's start with cost. Here's your cost structure, and here's that of your new digital competitor. Feel threatened? Well, how can you get more competitive? You could streamline your supply chain, replace bricks and mortar with e-tail, and cut warehousing by having products made just in time. Or save on people costs by automating your training and recruitment. Putting your admin in the cloud could save you money and create a more mobile, flexible workforce. Now, about your revenue. It's drying up. How can you replenish it? Replace your old sources with new ones before you really feel the heat. Digital lets you target new sectors and customers in a more granular way. You can also access new geographies and adopt radically new business models yourself. You could also shift things around at the level of your corporate strategy. Which of your assets are declining in value and ripe for divestment while you invest in new ones for growth? What about the new risks of the digital landscape? And could the risks of inaction be even greater? Does your business have the capacity to act decisively and fast. At a national level, Australians expect greater efficiencies and productivity in government. At Deloitte, we believe that building the lucky country needs a robust debate on how to use broadband and other digital solutions to shape policies. Education, defence, health, media and public services are just some areas that will benefit hugely. Ultimately, digital disruption will affect every corner of Australian business and society. The question is the length of the fuse and how big the bang will be. The answer is whether you're prepared for the worst and ready for the best.
With this, I request Dr. Anand Deshpande to come on the stage. Welcome, sir. Thank you. And in accordance with the traditional way, we will honor Dr. Anand Deshpande with a traditional shawl. Welcome.
Thank you.